What's up, guys? Here's a little bit of search and rescue gameplay. Very quick commentary. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it today, but and this is on Freight. Playing with some bros. It was interesting. I kind of wanted to post about, or I say post because these message boards have been going crazy with the clan lately, with a lot of weird shit and drama and whatnot. So I figured I would just talk about a little bit of it. And I think the first one that I was going to talk about was just interesting about, well, they both kind of lead into each other. I came up with these 5 rules of etiquette. Really, I came up with 4. We had Brown Mandigo came up with the 5th one. He's actually in this gameplay. And it was really interesting because what's happening is that everybody's got their friends, and everyone should know. Hey, look, if you bail on a buddy to go play with another buddy, you have to know that the buddy that you just bailed on is going to be pissed, and everybody's going to take it a different way. You've got your friends list. I'm talking about clan stuff, but at the same time, it's all applicable. I mean, if you have a friends list and you bail on one friend and play with another friend, they're going to get pissed. If you back out of a group and and if you kick somebody out of a party that's on your friend list, they're not going to be on your friend list for very long. And if you have somebody on your friend list and you back out of that group to reform a new group to exclude somebody, that's what we call the soft kick. You're going to see it too. You're going to see people taking you off the friends list. It's up to you. It's your friends list. It's a fucking video game. Do whatever the fuck it is you want. But just know that there's going to be those days when you wish you had other people to play with, and your past behavior is going to create the environment that you have to play with on future games. So, my big thing is that, I've been bad on other Call of Duties, and I got a little bit better on this Call of Duty, and there we just dropped around, and now we're all going to tighten up. And it's funny on Search and Rescue because there's always a you play against so many randoms. So what happens as soon as the win changes, as soon as they're not getting their wins, they start backing out, and you'll see that on this gameplay. But where I was going with that is these little things of etiquette was just that you don't want to back out on people. Don't back out on a guy, on bros, just to go play. I've seen it where you have a party of 6. They need somebody drops out. They need a 6th man. There's a 2-man squad running around out there, and one of the guys on that squad bails. Well, it's one thing if the 2 guys are talking and the guy who bails says, "Hey, bro, I'm going to go run with them. Is that cool?" And the other guy says, "Yeah, that's fine." Hey, no problem. But if you just fucking straight up bail on the other guy in your 2-man squad, I mean, again, how do you expect y'all to be friends? How do you expect, why would you even think that they would continue to stay friends with you or play with you or invite you to parties? It's just common sense. And that was really what a lot of the posts were. There was a 5th point that Brown Mandigo brought up that was an excellent point, and that was negativity on the threads for the board, for the HSV1 board, and that was just don't put negative shit on it. If you have something negative to say to somebody, say it to them, or private message them. It's real easy. If you want to be critical of folks, just do it there. Or if you, when I say critical, if you want to be critical of someone in the clan, I mean, if you're just talking smack about somebody else, I mean, who cares? But when it comes down to talking smack about someone in the clan, there's no reason to post it on the boards. Hey, I'm guilty of it. I did it, but I did it when the boards were new, and we really had. I never really thought much about it. I was just pissed off at the person. He knows who he is. He knows how he is, and that's that. And I had my blow up on it. Never got on it again with anything negative ever since. And to that player, I'm not going to get onto it with any more negative shit. I don't talk to him. He doesn't talk to me, and that's fine. That's how it should be. And I think that's what's funny, and that's what's going to lead into the second half of what I got on to rant about a little bit, and that was, so it was ironic that Brown says, let's not have any contrarianism on the board, right? Which is an excellent idea. Don't put it on the post, don't put it on the threads, don't put it on the website, because that's just going to make everything runs more smoothly. So we come up with Clan Wars, and we're doing our sign-up roster. And I happen to be in a party with Argyle and Snoopy and Olmec, of course, because that's the guys I typically play with whenever they're on, whenever they're on, and I'm on at the same time. Those are guys you'll probably find me with. And so I just said, they registered, and we all registered. We said, hey, go ahead and put us together, because we normally get lumped together anyway, because we get along together and we're used to playing together. And we usually end up with two guys that don't play as often, but with Olmec, Argyle, Snoopy, and I. Well, it was just ironic that Brown, who says not to post anything negative, immediately goes on, because what I said was I wanted to play Platinum Wars. I want to go back to Platinum Wars because I loved the well, not love, but I did like the 5-day lineup. You get on at one point, and maybe your favorite people are there to play with, and maybe they're not. You just might have to wait your turn to get in with them or whatnot. And but you'd play with all kinds of different people throughout the entire clan war, because it's 5 full days, and your other little clique or bros are not always going to be on at the same time. So it gives you an opportunity to play with everybody, with all the guys. When you come to Diamond, you have to be set up in squads that are fluid. It has to be geographic. I mean, it's just common sense. It has to be set up that way. So when I signed up and I put our stuff on there, I did kind of make the point I'd love to go back to Platinum to play with other people. Brown, who makes the appointment. By the way, what I'm doing right here on this gameplay is I'm calling out to the team where the other people on the board are from the satcoms. That's how you know where they're exactly at, so they can run around and kill them, and I'll just hang back and tell them where they're at. But the funny thing is he felt like he had to go on there and say, maybe you shouldn't play with the same people. And it was just so funny that this is the same hypocrite who had just sat there and said, don't put negative shit on the board. Then when I tell him, I private message and say, hey, bro, leave me out of it, then he calls me a petulant child. Well, petulant child, Muppet voice, it's all me. And, take me off the friends list. It's that easy. So a big fuck you to Brown Mandingo. That's the last gameplay I'll have with him on my team. I definitely won't play with him again. But his point was still valid, and don't put negative shit on the boards, guys. And that's coming from me, who did it first. So anyway, catch you on the next video. See you later.